Hi, I'm Kelly Stook, and I'm going to be taking you through a very quick chair workout for intermediate level. Going to start by having you sit on the very front edge of the chair with your sits bones about an inch or so from the front edge and your arms pressing down into the side. Heels are on the foot bar, knees are all the way together, and your spring settings are on a 3 and a 2. From here, sit up nice and tall right on top of the sits bones, roll your shoulders back, and on an exhale, you're going to press that foot pedal down. So lifting and lowering, coordinating it with your breath, making sure that you feel no movement coming from the pelvis. So this is all about your pelvic stability, and we're moving the legs to challenge that stability. Keep the shoulders rolled back up and in, and really pull up into the abdominals to help keep everything nice and still. One more time. Bring the pedal back up to the top, and we're going to switch the feet to first position, your Pilates B. So heels together, feet slightly apart. Again, make sure you're right on top of the sits bones, and reach your arms out to the side. Nice long arms. And on an exhale, pressing the pedal down. It doesn't matter how far down you press it. It's all about keeping the pelvis still, and the arms out to the side is going to challenge that pelvic stability. And one more time on your exhale, pressing it down, and then let the pedal come up to the top and lower your arms down. Now hold on to the front edges of the chair, and keeping the pedal lifted, you're going to slide your hips forward until you're just hovering over the front of the chair. Shoulders back and in, lift the breastbone up, and press the pedal up and down. So no movement is coming from your upper body. It's coming simply from your knees and your hip joints, and those shoulders are staying rolled open and back, and you're lifting from the breastbone. Now keep the knees bent and lifted, and this time bend your elbows to lower the whole body up and down. Depending on how tight you may be in the shoulders and chest, this movement may be as much as an inch, and may be as many as 10. Really open, lift up and out of the shoulders, and one more time. Exhaling up, and then sit back down on the chair. Take your feet off, come up to standing, and turn around and face your chair. Reach forward to put your hands down onto the chair, and then you're going to press the foot pedal down with one foot, and then step on it with both feet. Want the legs all the way together, zip up the inner thighs, pull up from the pelvic floor muscle, hold on to the front corners of the chair, and then shifting your weight forward, look down at your knees and exhale to round those hips straight up towards the sky. Good. You're going to exhale as you come up, really scooping the abs in so that your body's in a beautiful C-shaped curve. Never stick your head out. We don't need any turtles poking their heads out. Continue to look at your knees and really focus on the pulling up and in of the abdominals. And then bring it all the way down to the base. Keep your right foot on the foot bar, but take your left foot and put it up onto the chair cushion with your toe about an inch or so from the front edge. Now really focus on the balance and reach your arms straight out in front of you. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to press straight into that left leg to lift your body up for your lunges. Your focus is keeping the knee nice and steady over the middle toes, as well as the back staying nice and straight so that you're not leaning forward and breaking at the hips. Exhale to press it up. Good, working on the balance. And then come all the way back down. Put your hands back on the chair to take that left foot off, and then switch feet. Reach those arms out in front, find that balance point, and exhale to press up. Make sure when you're lifting and lowering in the lunges, you keep the hip bones nice and level with each other so that there's no hip hiking on one side or the other. The farther forward you lean into that right leg, the more quad work you're going to get. The farther back over the foot pedal, you get a little bit more hamstring. Last one, and then come all the way back down to the ground. Place your hands back down on the chair for safety. Take one foot onto the ground and gently guide the foot bar up to the top. Come on around to the other side of the chair and take off your number 3 springs. Now you have one spring set on level 2. You're going to be lying down on your right hip for side bend. And I want you to come as close to the side of the chair as possible. Really give yourself as little space as you comfortably can. Your left hand is going to press down into the front of the chair or stay on your hip. Shoulders in line with the rest of your body. And you're going to lower the pedal down. and then exhale to come up into a nice side bend without letting any movement come from those legs. So it's almost like you're sliding those ribs all the way down towards your hips. Exhale to pull it up, keeping the shoulder rolled back and open. To make this more challenging, we're going to add the lifting and the lowering of the top arm and leg. So reach that arm up and then lower back down. One more time, again focusing on the bottom leg staying still, and then lower down. Now we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to add a teaser in from here. So you're going to start in a side bend, lifting the top arm and leg up. From here, keep that leg lifted, roll onto your tailbone as you reach the right leg up to join the left one. Now keep this left leg lifted as you roll back onto your hip, coming into that side bend, and then lower everything back down. Very nice. One more time. Side bend up, reaching the top arm and the leg. Roll onto the tailbone. Keep the pelvis tucked in a posterior tilt. Lift the breastbone up. Roll back onto that right hip. And then side bend yourself down. Beautiful. Come up into a side bend and all the way up to sitting. We're going to have you facing away from the pedal with your hips about a good hand's width of distance away from the edge of the chair. Reach your hands back behind you to hold onto the foot bar. Legs extend straight out in front of you. Open the chest and then round to press the pedal down. Take an inhale at the bottom and exhale to roll yourself up. So really curling over as you come up. Imagine as you come up that there's a little knife tip right there in the center of the belly button, and you have to round around it so you don't poke yourself in that belly button as you come up. Very nice. This time, as you come up, we're going to lift with an open chest and a flat back. So round to press it down, and then lift, opening the chest, letting those shoulders just hang back behind you. One more time. Imagine you're being pulled up from a string, and I'm lifting you up from here. Very nice. And come all the way up. From here, stay with the legs lifted. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling, keeping the left hand onto the foot bar. Okay. You're going to rotate your spine in your chest so that you're looking over your left shoulder, and then you're going to round and press that pedal down, and then lift up to pull back up, letting that right arm try to touch the ceiling. Your right hip is going to stay down. It's very easy to let that right butt cheek lift up. Equal weight on both sides. Keep looking over that left shoulder, roll it back, and last one. Pull all the way back up to the top. Keep your left hand there, but add the right hand back to the foot pedal. Or you can lift both arms as Larry did. And look over that right shoulder. Keep both hips down, and you're going to press the pedal down and lift to come back up. Beautiful. Really roll back into the shoulder and stretch it up, using your exhalation to come up. One more time, press it down, and come all the way up to the top, taking that right hand off. We're going to do the side bends on the other side now, so you're going to lie on the left hip, again, as close to the edge of the chair as you comfortably can. Shoulder right in line with the rest of the body and rolled back. Arm reaches to your feet or into the front of the chair as you exhale to side bend up. So really looking for a nice deep crunch in here, like you've got a little nut, and I've got it right between the ribs and the hip, and you're trying to crunch into that nut every time you come up. Let's add the arm and the leg lifting together to add the challenge and to prepare you for the teasers. One more time, lifting up and down and lower. Now let's go to the fun teasers. So come up into your side bend. Roll onto the tailbone, letting that left leg join. Open the breastbone, very nice. Roll back onto that left hip with the right leg staying lifted, and then lower the arm and the leg down as you go down. One more time. Side bend it up. Come onto that tailbone and keep that pelvis deeply tucked. Open the breastbone. Roll back onto the left hip and press that pedal down. Good job. Go ahead and come all the way to a side bend and up to sitting. Come up to standing and walk around to the other side of the chair and stand facing in towards your pedal with your feet just a couple inches away. Pilates V stance. So balls of the feet slightly apart and heels together in your V. Arms out in front. Keep your heels connected. Lift up out of the heels onto your toes, and then go to a nice deep knee flexion as you lower your body down, reaching your hands for the pedal. Straight arms. Press that pedal down 3 times, opening the chest and the shoulders. And after your third, float the hands up and press into the legs to come up. One more time. These plies can be difficult if you have any knee issues, so just be nice and cautious about anything with your knees. Keep the shoulders open and the arms straight as you press down. And then finding that balance, which is very difficult here, to lift back up and lower your heels down. Now feet are going to come together, nice and parallel. Glue those inner thighs together. Reach your arms up overhead. And keeping your weight gently forward on those toes, slowly round yourself down one vertebra at a time, reaching your hands towards the foot bar. Continue to round it down, looking down towards your knees, and your body should be in a nice curve here, so you're folding in half. Now round halfway up, and on your exhale, roll it back down. Imagine there's a hot little poker right in front of that belly button. So every time you go down, you're pulling the abdominals up and away from that little poker. Last one, roll all the way back up, making sure that you don't let your butt stick out behind you. So there's a wall and you're trying to round your spine up against the wall. Reach the arms overhead. Take a nice big inhale. And on your exhale, lower those arms down all the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on this website very soon.